Well, all right, Echo Casters. It is I, EchoCraft. Here we are, once again. And if you can see this, I'm sporting the new Forgive Me, Father, for I Have Synth Blast t-shirt with Ghost Echo on this side. Got a triangle wave, sawtooth wave on that side. In the back, we have EchoCraft written in Japanese. And that was my wonderful Alexa telling me how to say EchoCraft in Japanese. Isn't that wonderful? All right, so here we are. And, you know, I don't really have anything on this side here. I'm actually, let's see if I can pull something up here. Hold on. Yeah. Hello, synthesizers in heaven. Hello, Apollo Hans. And hello, Synth Samurai. So what I have in front of me is the Rev 2. You can't see it right now, but it is in front of me. It's under my desk, and I pulled out the tray. And so I'm just going to throw something out there, and maybe you guys can hear it. Tell me what you think. Let's see. I'm going to put this up as well. Right? Turn this off. So I call this today In Search of That Big Synth Sound. So the Rev 2 is one of my favorite synths. I love the key bed feel. I love the way that's laid out. Mine says Dave Smith Instruments on it, which is nice. I've also upgraded it from the 8 voices to 16. And I've got this patch set up right now. And like I said, I'm in search of that big Muse sound. Yeah. So let's try it. So this is this is with just the onboard effects, and I'm also using a filter called by Polyverse called Wider, which actually makes the stereo field much wider. So we're gonna try that first. And see what that sounds like. So let's see if I can do this. Actually, you know what? Let me put this up here. Maybe it's here. One here. And I'm also going to use the Valhalla shimmer on this, but I have that turned off right now. So this is I'm going to bring this all the way down, and you're going to hear what this sounds like without it. So this is the big synth pad, the Vangelis style synth pad. All right, so here we go. You ready? Okay, now I'm actually just going to throw the wider up a little bit. So we get the wider up a little bit, and this is what this sounds like as well. There it is. How's everything sound? Does everything sound nice? Is this good? Can anybody in the chat tell me that this is good? Does it sound okay? All right. Excellent. All right, cool. So now I'm going to turn on the Valhalla and see how this sounds. Now, I'll bring it up slowly. I'm going to do a big stereo field. I'm going to leave it there where it is, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to say dual on this. So let's see how this sounds. Here we go. So the Valhalla reverb is one of my favorite go-to reverbs. It's called a shimmer. But this is it. And you can pick it up at Valhalla Effects for $50. Okay. The wider by Polyverse is free. You can download that for free. So here we go. Little Valhalla shimmer here. Cool, right? Let's bring the shimmer up a little bit more. I'm also going to bring the attack up a little bit more on the synth as well. Let's see. And let's bring up the volume a little bit. So here we go. Okay. I'm going to play the same riff, same patch. I brought up the filter, cut off a little bit. I added a little bit more of the Valhalla shimmer, and I brought up the volume just a little. So let's check that out. Yes, I do love the digital DCOs. So you get the idea, right? So now I listen to a lot of Muse videos, and I have to say, yeah, I do love the Valhalla effects. They make great effects. The other one that I like a lot is the, let me see if I can find that one. And that would be the submersive. So pop that one up there as well. And I'm going to shut this one off. So yeah, the Valhalla submersive stuff is very cool. So let's try this. Let's do some of that stuff with the same patch. And So yeah, so you get some really nice warm sounds out of that. Now, when I listen to the Muse, though, I have to tell you that I don't mean to be gross, but I get a little wet in the jeans, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I just can't believe the sound of the Muse. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the sound of this keyboard. It sounds amazing. I also, I have queued up also the DeepMind 12. And I'm going to go a little bit off camera here because I'm going to go over to the DeepMind 12. Maybe I could set up the other camera shot. Let me see if I can do that. Hang on. Let's give that a shot. Give me a sec. Let's see if I can get that into shot. All right, there's the DeepMind right there. And I got that queued up. So let me turn off this one. We go to the DeepMind 12 now. Let's see. And I got that on wider as well. And again, no effects other than the DeepMind 12 effects. Here. I know you won't be able to hear my voice, but give me a sec. Okay, so that is a patch by GeoSynth's Holy Grail. That's what that's called. I love that patch. So I'm gonna throw the Valhalla on there. Let's get rid of the Valhalla and put that on there. Give me one sec. Get with me for a second. So I'm going to put the Valhalla on there, and I'm going to put on the, put this guy on there. And we get the wider on there as well. I'm going to bring the wider down just a little. And get this happening. I'm going to put this back on. Oh, I'm having a problem here with the Valhalla. Oh, ho, look at that. Don't you love DSPs? Let me see if I can reboot that one again. Hold on. Oh, it's not letting me move anything. All right, that's weird. Got a weird issue going on here. All right, let's try that. And if you notice, it's funny. They actually have a patch called the Hydra on here. So we're just going to leave that as it is. And we're going to try that again. You ready? So here we go. So yeah, so that's the DeepMind 12. And again, I'm just picking random patches here that are very, very big pads, and I like the way they sound. I don't know. So, you know, I love the Rev 2. Well, yes and no. I think the Rev 2 doesn't smoke the DeepMind. But they both live in I want to say, various places that they belong in, okay? Now, the other thing I have also is I'm going to have to cue it up because I don't have it queued up yet, and that would be the Hydrasynth. So what I want to do is, you know, let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Give me a sec. I'm going to try to move the camera around here. Hold on one sec. Don't go away. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Let's check this out. So there's the Hydra. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this patch works on here. Give me a sec. So I got the Valhalla shimmer on here. And I got wider on here as well. So let's see how this sounds. Patch, hold on. Okay, so that wasn't the patch I was looking for, but you guys get the idea. So yeah, so you know, you've got the And I might have fed back a little bit there. Sorry about that. I might have gotten some crunchiness going on there. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I mean, you know, then we'll go back to this one. And here we are. But yeah, DeepMind all day. Yeah, man, I hear you. DeepMind's awesome. You know, the DeepMind 12 is kind of interesting because a lot of people poo-poo it. I like it, you know. I also have the MatrixBrute hooked up here. I don't know if you guys want to hear what that sounds like. Let's see, MatrixBrute, and let's see. That's a little riff that I did with the MatrixBrute. But hang on, I got this patch on the MatrixBrute that's really beefy and nasty sounding. Let me see if I can get that happening. Sorry for bouncing around all over the place, guys, but you know, I'm live. Anything goes. Turn that around. Hold on. This around. Get that in the shot again. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So this is the MatrixBrute. There's the MatrixBrute there, and I'm just gonna do a little something here. Now on the MatrixBrute, I got nothing. I'll bring up wider and see if I can. So yeah, so that's the MatrixBrute. I've got another patch. The thing about the MatrixBrute that's cool is, watch this. This is kind of cool. yeah. Like I said, the MatrixBrute is its own little a little entity, man. You know what I mean? Get back here. So, you know, I use it a lot for bass lines. I use it. There is some duophonic stuff that I do with it. You know, it's got some great, the sequencer on it's amazing. Fun. All right. So that was the MatrixBrute. So again, I love synthesizers, obviously, as you can see. But I have to say, you know, there's just something about the Moog Muse. I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now. So here's the thing. A lot of people are talking about the MatrixBrute 12. I'm sorry, but I wasn't that impressed with it. It sounds really nice. Don't get me wrong. I was really impressed when the MatrixBrute 6 came out. I was like, wow, this is really cool. It's got a ribbon controller on it. It's got that little kind of looks like a touche. I guess that's what it's called, a touche pad. You know, and by Expressive E, that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if they gave them the design, but I don't know. You know, like I kind of like the MatrixBrute. I like it, but I've only seen two videos in the last couple of days of the Muse that were bad. That I thought it was crap. And it wasn't the machine, it wasn't the synthesizer, it was the actual person demoing it. And I don't know what they were trying to accomplish. Maybe they were trying to create a sound, and I thought it was awful. And I'm not naming names, you know, I'm not going to do that. But out of probably, I don't know how many videos I watched, I have to say the Muse blows away the MatrixBrute. Maybe some people have the MatrixBrute out there and they love it. That's great. Good for you. It's all a matter of taste, right? But I really think, you know, for the money, first of all, it's less expensive than the Brute. And I know there's a lot of things that the Brute has. You know, it has the poly aftertouch. It has all that stuff. But I just think that the Moog sounds better. I don't know why. You know, if any of you get a chance, let me see if I can put the link up into the into this here. Hold on a second. Let me see. I want you guys to check out, if you haven't yet, my friend Marshall Arnold. See, and you know, he just bought one. Here it is here. And let me copy the link and I'm going to put it in that. I'm going to put it in here. See if you guys should check out this video. And all he does is he goes through, and one thing I love about Marshall, he doesn't put any effects on it other than what's on the keyboard itself. And I got to tell you, it just sounds amazing. You know, that first patch that he plays is just mind blowing. And then the rest of them from there, it just tickles you, man. You just sit there and go, holy crap. you know? So, you know, am I gassing for that? Do I have fever for that? Yes, I do. And I'm trying to pay off my Sweetwater bill because I bought this guy. You know, I bought the where is it here? The little miniFreak. Get rid of that. Let's go back up here. You know, I got the miniFreak. And oh, that's a horrible patch, actually. Hold on a second. Get rid of that. Yeah. You know, the miniFreak. I bought that, bought the Hydrasynth, and only, I think, like a year ago, I bought the Osmos, which to me, the Osmos, nobody can touch that as far as poly aftertouch and MPE controlling goes. It's just crazy. I love that synth. It sits underneath the Hydrasynth. So, you know, what was miniFreak? Oh, right here. That's the miniFreak. I'm sure there's better patches than that. I just was just trying to get that up. But yeah, when you don't see it, it sounds better. Okay. Yeah, that's the miniFreak. Fun little toy. And it's a big toy, actually. It's a big bang for the buck. And yeah, man, I really like it a lot. And I haven't really gone deep into the Hydrasynth. I do play around with it. I haven't written anything with it yet, and I tend to. But yeah, you know, I just think that the Moog Muse is just killer. And I'm going to say this, and people might not like it, what I'm going to say, and I don't really care, because that's how I roll. And I just want to get comfortable here. I just pushed in the Dave Smith instrument, the Rev 2. So, you know, space capsule. Yeah, I need a bigger space. Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. Yeah, the Moog Muse. So anyway, here's what I have to say about Moog. I was poo-pooing Moog with the Labyrinth. I still don't understand that whole combobulation of what they did. I really don't. But I will say this. I think that because of InMusic partnering or buying Moog, now they have a new CEO from what I understand as well. I think that they finally got it right, and Moog finally came out with a polyphonic synthesizer that just is probably going to be one of the biggest selling products right now out there in the synth world. That's my prediction. And usually I'm not wrong with stuff like that. I'm not trying to be, you know, a smart ass or, you know, a know-it-all, but I really believe that in my heart that, Moog has taken synthesizers to the next level. And I believe the MatrixBrute has as well. I believe the MatrixBrute is a very nice synthesizer. I just think the Moog sounds better. That's just me. I've watched hundreds of videos, both on both synthesizers, debating on, if I'm going to drop that kind of cash, what do I want? Would I like both of them? No. I'm being honest. Some people would say, well, are you crazy? Echo, what are you, losing your mind? I will tell the Synth Samurai to please stop talking about the Astrolab, because that's just silly to me. I get what he says, puts it in the car, takes it anywhere he wants, and he can jam anywhere he wants. Great. That's cool. That and a laptop and a little bit of a little mini controller, like an Akai mini controller, you'll be able to do the same thing, and it's smaller and less weight. Sorry, buddy. Love you, man. But, I just, careful with that statement. What statement is that, my friend? Talk to me. Synthesizers in heaven, talk to me, bro. What statement is that? Yeah, well, yeah, the Astro VST. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, the Astrolab. But I do really think that, I think that it's probably outselling the MatrixBrute 12. I mean, the MatrixBrute 12 is what, $4,000, right? It's $499. Is no, $399? $39.99, right? Isn't that what it is? Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, here's the thing. The debate can go on and on and on, and everybody has their own taste with stuff, and I get it. The statement that the Moog is the best. Here's the thing. They're all great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's the best, but I think it's the greatest thing that's come out in a long time. I'm just saying. And I just think that In Music and Moog put their heads together, got the right team together, and did the right thing. Again, the Labyrinth, I don't know what that was. And what's the other thing? Spectravonics, I don't even know what that, I'm all set with, with vocoders that are, to me, that thing just didn't sound right either. It was thin. I didn't like it. I like real nice vocoders. I'd like, the Moog vocoder, the one that's what, $5,000 is beautiful, but it's $5,000. I don't even think they make it anymore, do they? I don't know. But I just think that the Synth Samurai says, I bet 20 to 30% of the PB12 pre-orders were canceled. Maybe. I don't know. It's a big possibility. Hey, Mitchell, what's up, buddy? All right. Yeah, I think that I really think that the next thing that's going to be in this studio is going to be a Moog Muse. I had my heart set on the TE-05 by Oberheim, but after hearing the Muse, that sounds thin to me. I'm just saying, the thing about the Muse is it's just got this big sound, and this warmth about it. And that's a Moog. That's what Moog's noted for. That's why I fell in love with Moog when I was a kid, and why I wanted to buy Moog products later on. And I sold my Moog products because I had problems with them, and that's when the company wasn't doing so well. Space Capsule going for the TE-05. Well, yeah, go for it, bro. I'll just tell you this, Mitchell, I got to show you something. This guy right here, this stupid little box right here, this is a Roland E4. Awesome little vocoder. Really is. And it takes MIDI, and it runs on a battery. It's got a little lithium battery in it. which is kind of cool. You should check it out. It's only 199 bucks. And it has a looper in it, and it sounds amazing. That sits on my desk. I haven't used it a lot, but I do play around with it. It's a lot of fun to do. Smarty1970 says he had a mini Moog, then a Moog Voyager. Oh, bro, what happened? Why'd you get rid of that, man? That's the Moog Voyagers. That's the one I was haunting after, and I think we've had that discussion. But yeah, no DCOs in the Muse, correct? Fully analog, you know. And that, you know, that's another thing. People are going to be fighting over that stuff. You know, is it analog, or is it, you know, is it analog versus digital? And I have both in my studio. I love analog and digital synthesizers. They all have their place. They have their sound. You know, a lot of people don't like the Hydrasynth the way it sounds. I didn't. And then I started playing around with it. And then I actually downloaded an LFO pack by LFO.com there. And that thing sounds really warm and sweet. And I just like the controls on it and how easy it is to program. It's a lot of fun to program, actually. The Schmidt, yes, that's a really nice synthesizer. Buka bucks. You know, I just want to say something else too. I've been kind of staying away from Sonic State. I jump on and say hi to everybody and stuff like that. But, you know, he hasn't had the big hitters on either. And the big hitters, and the reason why I say is because you mentioned the Schmidt. If anybody doesn't know about the Schmidt 8-voice synthesizer, it's crazy. It's a beautiful synthesizer. But Ty Irwin, Unwin, I think I'm saying his last name wrong, who's a BBC producer / composer, or vice versa. He actually has that one. And I'll tell you, that's an amazing synthesizer. Again, buka money, big bucks. Ty can afford that kind of stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Ty's studio tour. It's amazing. What does it say? It says, Echo, please check out my 2-minute demo of Voyager. Just listen 1 minute. Yeah, man, I'll definitely check it out. Absolutely. But yeah, my goal, Synth Samurai says, my goal is to turn the synth community into ESPN. Oh, bro, I love you, man. That's awesome. You know, I tell you, I love Synth Samurai has this new thing that he's doing, which is really cool. I found it was really cool the other night, where he does his percolators and oscillators in the morning, and he has people call in. So now he has a phone number that you can actually call in and talk to him, and I think that's awesome. Very cool. It's one thing I love about the Samurai. He's always thinking, man, and he's not afraid to try stuff. And that's how it should be when you're creating your music. Don't be afraid to try anything. Don't be afraid to buy anything. You know, I've bought a lot of things that I hated, you know, and I sent back or I sold. I still have, I say it all the time, I still have a closet with a bunch of stuff in there that I haven't used in a few years, actually, that I'm probably going to throw up on Gear Exchange on Sweetwater, make some cash, put it towards that Muse. You know what I'm saying? Huh? But anyway, guys, I just thought you might want to listen to some of those sounds that I had. And, you know, one of the things that like I said, I'm in search of that big pad sound, and I always have been. I do have a Oberheim plugin that I use that gives me that big pad sound, but it's a plugin. And I like plugins, but I'm not crazy about plugins all that much. I do use them, but I'm a hardware guy. Always have been. I love hardware. Yeah, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate this. This Synth Samurai has been doing great for the synth community. So has Synth Punk and EchoCraft, and I appreciate that, man. That's cool. I love the synth community. I love you guys. I love talking. to all you guys. And I love the fact that we have all pulled together, and it's because of the Samurai. It really is, man. He's the one that started all this stuff. And I think it's cool, you know, and synthesizers in heaven. I love your stuff, dude. I do. I love when you do the other night you had us up on the screen and you were giving the Samurai a hard time, and it was great. And you're very knowledgeable, bro. You know a lot about synthesizers and music, and much appreciated. You know, keep it up. Definitely keep it up. So anyway, you know, I thought I'd just kind of do that little ditty and show you guys some stuff. You know, we've been doing this now for I don't know how long, but I don't have a clock or anything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, you know, play a little bit more on the Rev 2, and you know, I know some of you guys liked it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. And I don't know. Hey, oh, by the way, next Wednesday, Samurai and I are going to be on again for the Synth Fighter podcast. So check it out. And I'm just going to throw this up here. Let me get, before I say goodbye, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you already haven't. I'll subscribe back. That's one of the things that I want to do in the synth community is that everybody, you know, just subscribe to one another. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going, man, you know, but I'm going to throw this up real quick. And up here, I have my, this is, you know, shameless promotion. The shameless promotion here, but I got my synth t-shirts ready to go. If you notice, I also have a Three Machines mug that I made. That's a little surprise that's coming. I've been talking about it for a while, but it is coming. I also have the Synth Mafia t-shirts. I also have a Synth Mafia hat. And I also have the Forgive Me Father for I Have Synth Blast shirt, the EchoCraft Frequency Hunter hoodie, and the list goes on. Oh, I also have a Christmas shirt here. I thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, man. Please purchase something. I dropped all my prices. I'm not trying to make any money on the cheap t-shirts. I just want people to get the word out. And the nice thing about the Synth Mafia t-shirts is there's no EchoCraft logo on it. So you can wear it in pride and you know, let the Synth Mafia know that they're out there. All right? All right, guys. Hey, without further ado, I always say, stay frosty, stay creative. Peace out.